I saw this game get Game of the Year shouts all over the timeline. People talking like this was God's gift to gaming. I saw people say they had post-Astro depression. All kinds of hype, right? But I'll be honest, I don't know how to say this without sounding like I'm talking down on people, but I refuse to believe you people are this easily impressed. Have you ever had a cake and the cake looks great? Like, this cake looks like it's about to be hitting. And then you try it and it has the texture of a cake, but it tastes like absolutely nothing. That's Astro. This is a nothing game. Is it bad? No, not fundamentally. I think it's pretty well made in terms of UI, visuals, but it feels like it just exists. Playing it felt like I was just going through the motions, like, okay, I was just, okay. I played this game with a straight face for a majority of the time. First of all, maybe this is just a slight on me, but I'm not the biggest fan of platforming games to begin with, and this game did nothing to change my mind on the genre. This game feels like a baby's first platformer. This game was incredibly easy. I didn't even have to think when I was playing the game. I just turn my mind off and put it on. And all the challenge levels, I saw people hyping up on the timeline. Oh, it took me 3 hours to beat this level. Oh, I put the whole game down because of this level. Again, not trying to sound like I'm talking down on people, but did we play the same game? I didn't spend more than 15 minutes on a single challenge level, and 15 minutes was on maybe 2 at most. The game is so easy that it's entirely boring. I said this felt like a baby's first platformer, and let me say, I think games can be made for all ages and enjoyed by all ages at the same time. But this game feels like a child's game, and not in a good way. Now let's touch on the cameos. This game heavily relies on them. This game doesn't have an identity without them. But they're okay. They're okay. Once or twice I was like, oh, that's cool. I wasn't expecting this third-party character to be in this game. That's a nice reference, but like, I'm not surprised Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War and Uncharted characters are popping up. And I just don't get the hype. When it comes to celebrating PlayStation history, this game is very surface level. You get, what, 5 custom levels that play closer to the games they're based on? I wish we got more of those missions. And this may be a nitpick, but did no one else feel like the bosses felt kind of out of place? Like, everything is PlayStation themed, but the big bad is a random alien bully. All of the bosses are random generic enemies. It just felt like the contrast between the two didn't really line up, and it felt kind of out of place to me, like it didn't really fit. But I have a long history with these franchises. I played a lot of these more obscure PlayStation games that I referenced, even down to the newer releases that a lot of people didn't play, such as Humanity, but they still didn't really do anything for me. Like, it was cute, I guess. The game is cute, but that's all the game has going for it. This game just lacked any kind of real substance to me. Take away the camos, this game is going triple plastic, just like that Lollipop Chainsaw review. This would sell and be talked about like Yooka-Laylee on the timeline without the cameos. It would not be getting any kind of hype on the timeline. Hey, it's Solid Snake in a cardboard box looking at a dirty magazine. No, that's not getting me hyped up. I'm not that easily tickled. This game does not stand on its own 2 feet. It really does rely on the cameos. And like I said, for me, the cameos weren't doing it for me. It wasn't. That's not enough. When it comes to the gameplay, like the abilities, the time one was kind of cool. Shrinking was okay. I hated the monkey one. Got me throwing my arms around in real life to climb something. I just feel like there was too many motion control mechanics in this game too. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of set at an angle, like, so my controller was never straight. So I had to reposition myself all the time, constantly. But back to the mechanics, like, you get 2 variations of a jetpack boost. One goes up, one goes forward. Like, okay. I like the symbols, but you only get them for 1 mission. So it was just like, okay. When it comes to what I do like about the game, I think it's visually nice. And as for a checklist game, I think this is how checklist games should be done. I think it's a perfect example of a checklist game, just in terms of how it's made. And when I say that, I'm talking about the way it tracks collectibles is great. If you collect a bot later on in the level, it will tell you that's the 3rd bot in this mission. So you know, whoa, I missed 2 already? And then you can go backtrack and search for those ones that you're looking for. On top of that, you can go into a world, get the collectible, and dip. You do not need to finish any missions. You can get what you're looking for and leave. I like that as well. That made it really easy getting the platinum. The world map UI is great too. It tells you which areas you need more in and where you've completed and what you've completed. Also, the in-game help, which is exclusive to first party games, it seems like, is done well too, even though I believe it's community made still, and the videos can drag on. Like, the guy will die sometimes. Like, it's kind of all over the place, but I do like that I never had to go and look up a YouTube video on where to find things. Like, it was really easy to find. It doesn't take you out of the game. You can stay in the game and get the platinum, which was nice because that's rare. But the platinum is a participation platinum. Complete the game, you'll get it. You don't have to do anything difficult, and 1 in 5 people almost have the platinum in this game. I just think when it comes to this game, a lot of people are blindsided by nostalgia, and a lot of you are blindsided by nostalgia for games you've never even played. And as someone who played most of these games, it didn't do anything for me. To me, the game is just easy. The game is just bland. It lacks any kind of flavor. I'm not playing it like, oh my god, it's Nathan Drake. No, this is just one of those games you see hype up on the timeline and people gas it up and put it on a pedestal, and you gotta ignore the noise. Like, the game is mediocre at best. Like, this ain't one of them. This is not one of them.